Hi, this is Paul at PATools. In this video we're going to be looking at the text editor, which is part of the PATools Excel Toolbox. Text editor is a tool that's basically like a fancy notepad. You access it through the PATools ribbon here. You can access it from the home page here, text editor, or you can access it from the toolbar here, ribbon, toolbox. So there's the text editor. Let's just see how it works. If we take a set of data like this and we open it up and we paste from the clipboard, we've got the data that from Excel. It's obviously not formatted. Excel by default has a tab character between different fields here, so each of these are tab characters, and at the end of the line there's a new line character. And so we can very quickly flip this into a CSV file, for example, by swapping the tab character here for comma. So if I do replace all, you'll see that looks like a CSV file, and we can go and save it as a text or CSV file. So data.csv, overwrite if it already exists, yes. So that's created a file here called data.csv, which Excel would obviously open, and other software will open, and you can send it to somebody else, you can attach it to an email, you can copy and paste it somewhere else, you can rename it, and it's in the temporary folder which is managed by PATools. It's a temporary folder within the path that the PATools software is installed. PATools clears this out regularly so it doesn't get cluttered. So that's created a CSV file. Now some CSV files, if there was for example, if we had region comma 11 as a description like that, then the CSV file wouldn't work because the comma would say that's a new field and it's not supposed to be. So what we can do with this is we can go and change it into a more robust one where each field's got double quotes around it. So now we want to replace comma with custom, and custom will prompt us what do we want. We want to replace it with double quote, comma, and opening double quotes for the next field. So if I do OK, that has nearly fixed it. It's put double quotes in around each field, as long as obviously there were no commas in the actual data. And the only other thing to do now is to put the double quotes at the end of the line and the beginning of the line. And so if we do a custom search and custom replace like this, and we now want to find a, actually we don't have to do custom, let's do cancel. If we change the new line character at the end here for custom to replace all, and we replace it with a closing double quotes, keep the new line CRLF, carriage return line feed, and then another opening quote for the beginning of the next line, do OK, and that has nearly fixed it now. We've got double quotes at the end of each line. We've obviously got an extra double quote there that we need to remove, and we're missing a double quote right at the beginning. So we put it in there, and that's tidied that up, ready to go as a more robust CSV file. So you can do various things here. Those who are used to working with CSV files may understand that some of them produced by certain systems don't actually have a new line at the end. They have just a carriage return or line feed. And if, for example, I replace a new line here with a line feed and do replace all, it still looks the same in here. But if I copy to clipboard and then go and open it up in Notepad and paste in Notepad, well, Notepad now recognizes that those are new lines, but it didn't always in the past. And certain software wouldn't necessarily, so it might come to you with carriage returns and need replacing with new lines. So this is a useful little tool to do that. There are a few other things that we can do. We can take some data like this, Control C, and if we go back into text editor, paste from clipboard, if I now replace a tab character with a new line character, replace all, it looks like a column of data, copy to clipboard and close, come over here, Control V, and it is a column of data. So it's 472, then 440, and then 438 changes into a new, it carries on as a column down here basically. Similarly, if I copy that column of data into text editor, paste from clipboard, If I now replace a new line character with a tab to replace all, copy to clipboard and close, and then come in to say a new tab here and do Control V to paste, and surprise surprise, it's now all in a row. That column has become a row of data. I know you can use paste special and transpose within Excel, but this is just to demonstrate some of the things that you can do with the text editor. Something else you might get is you might receive, or you might have Excel data like this. Names and addresses is a very typical one. I'm just going to make this into a larger quantity of data, albeit it's the same. And if I do Control A, Control C to copy that to the clipboard, go into the text editor and paste from clipboard, and I might want to move that into Microsoft Word, but make it look a little bit prettier. So I'm now going to replace tab characters with a comma and space. So if I do replace all, copy to clipboard and close, and then go to Microsoft Word, do Control V to paste, it now looks more how you would want an address file to look. Mr. and Mrs. Brown, comma, space, Brown House, and so on. So that can be quite handy. A CSV file wouldn't work, it wouldn't have the extra spaces in, and wouldn't look so tidy. So if I just do Control A and delete that, go back, just demonstrate, paste from clipboard. So if I replace a comma and space with just a comma, so this is what a CSV would look like. Copy to clipboard and close, go into Word, do Control V, and that doesn't look so tidy as an address file. Because you really want that extra space in there, don't you? And obviously you can do that with just one set of data. And it may be actually that you receive data like this in Microsoft Word. So you can do Control C to copy, come over here to here, go into the text editor, paste from clipboard, and we can now replace commas with tab. Replace all, copy to clipboard and close, and now if I go back into this new sheet here and paste, it has split each of the fields out into a new column for Excel. So it's changed the comma delimited file into tab delimited. That enables you to paste it into Excel so that Excel understands each field as a separate column. So text editor can be quite powerful, quite useful for flipping things around, manipulating data, especially CSV files coming and going, quick and dirty changes to your Excel data. Just use your imagination and work out what to do. One other thing to show you, for example, what I mean by that is, if I take this set of data here, put it into text editor, and paste from clipboard, now I'm going to replace the tab character that separates these with two consecutive tabs. Replace all, copy to clipboard and close, and if I now paste it into Excel, you'll see what's happened. That data that I had has now got an extra field in between, so it's spaced it out. So if you needed to space out a set of data like this, like that, you can do it very quickly and easily by flipping it around in the text editor. Thank you for watching. We hope you find this useful, and thank you for watching.